Okay, we should jump right in live. Sorry about that, everybody. New headphones, and I forgot everything was tied to the old headphones. We should have sound now.
Eh.
we'll we'll verify in a second. We're doing it live. I'm loading the stream just to make sure. Thank you, chat, for letting us know there was no
Yes.
stream. They already said good now, so there we go. We are
Yay,
good.
thank God.
I just
Okay.
verified it myself as well. So thank you, Kayla Race. I don't know if I said that right, probably not, but thank you very much for that. You literally saved our butts. So
Yes, thank you. We could have gone the
and
entire stream with no sound. That would have been a
and
nightmare.
yeah, and just for that, we are going to start over. Yeah, so nothing is missed. We didn't really get far in, but Cammy, you could do the intro again for the intro.
Yes, I will do the intro, then we'll go to a really quick be right back so I can restart call, and everything will be good to go. All right,
Yep.
so I am KMCat86, and this is Flipside. I will let you guys know that tonight is a very, very important episode of Flipside. Some big things are happening that might be a little disconcerting to the audience, so if things get emotionally overwhelming, please feel free to take a break, step away from stream if need be, do what you need to do to take care of yourself, but do take care of yourself. Some themes might be intense tonight. With
We
that,
didn't know that, so that's scary.
We
and
didn't even know that during our first iteration of
No, that's
this.
new. That's new. That's a new bomb drop. That's
Yeah.
okay. Um, but I'm Scott. I play Courtney, as you can see from the text underneath. Courtney is a Greco Valkyrie something or another, goddess Athena, but not is the daughter of. And yeah, this should be very interesting tonight.
Hey, I'm Keith. I'm playing Sheldon. That's it. Hope you enjoy.
Sheldon, our lovable
Hello.
park ranger.
Yes.
Quite. Hello, I am Spoons. I play Abur Abdul, the deity of niceness and fluffy and heart-shaped rainbows.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You
totally not.
compost people.
That's a form of a rainbow, I guess.
It's in the anyway.
It's in the ground. That's the opposite.
That's not where rainbows are. That's the end of the rainbow. Now we know what's at the end of the
Oh,
rainbow. All the bodies he's composted.
He's the end of the
Anyway.
rainbow. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I got a brand new mic, so I may sound a little clearer, I hope. But I forgot all my sound settings were tied to the old mic. So we had no audio whatsoever coming out. Unfortunately, Windows is weird.
But ignore that. It never happened. This is the only one that matters because we redid everything.
Yep. Yep.
Including the recap, which I know how to do better probably now.
Yeah, would you like to go ahead and do the recap, and then we'll go to be right back and start stream proper?
So last time we had the recap. Oh, I mean, we got it. Okay, before that. Last time we had the Southern Yokel who was making tremors when he walked. We put him on plane to Acapulco, and we had to fight bad guys to make sure they didn't get us. There was a rocket launcher guy, and it was the Archangel Gabriel, and we fought him in the sky. It was neat. And then he got an arrow in the head, and then Death was down putting vans through the ground to kill things. And Vlad, who drives the Impala, got crushed. And we killed the Archangel and took his sword and then put it in hell. And then Courtney was like, "Oh God, what?" And Death was like, "Nah, it's cool, and everything's fine, but it's not.
Mic
but
off.
it is." And then Courtney went to bed. Everyone went to bed, relaxed the first time in like 3 days, and he got a dream because, of course, can't have a good night sleep. And Percy, the bug guy from before, Pestilence, got killed. No, didn't get killed. That's not yet. Cammy, you screwed me up. He's gonna get killed probably unless we save him. We got to give up the sword to do it, but we don't want to. The end of part 8.
End
That
of part
Mic
8.
on.
I
That was-
almost made it without screwing up.
yeah, that was definitely in that
Yeah.
alternate universe where there was another one of those.
This is way better.
Definitely smoother
better.
than the alternate universe where our audio got snapped away by Thanos.
Yeah, it never happened.
So I'm gonna go to a quick be right back screen and restart the call so everything is fresh and new. But please stick around. This is a huge show tonight. You do not want to miss what's coming up.
Yep, I'm not doing that intro for a third time. So
and I will restate the title of tonight's episode is "Oh God, I Don't Want to Die."
accurate.
All right, be right back, everybody.
Cool. What? Oh, I didn't even know that it would do that. So yeah. Okay. Hmm.
Desktop audio. Crap. Alrighty, we are back. Going to live screen as soon as I can find the button. Right there. And we are back. Sorry about that, everybody, but we had to redo call. Hopefully Cam's... Yay! Cam's popped up. Everything's going great tonight. Wonderful, wonderful. And if you notice any other audio issues, like if I'm quiet or if anybody's too loud, just let me know, please. Again, new headphones, new headset. Thank you so much, chat, for helping us out here.
We gotta fire
And
our audio engineer.
we will start off the very last thing that happened with Courtney waking up from the dream of Percy saying he has been kidnapped in her godly realm.
Yeah. Ah. If that's your word, we've done this already. For the record, we did play about like 10 minutes of it, so this is gonna feel weird. Yeah, I'll wake up, kind of realize what's going on, test out the earbuds, try to communicate with Abur and Thaddeus and anybody who's wearing one to kind of like all hands on deck. We have a problem.
Mic on.
Again, Thaddeus gets on the line with you. It's like, well, I know that Sheldon is here. See his light lighting up. Abor's not here, but I might have another option to get a hold of him.
Okay, if
Sheldon
you can get a
is here.
hold of him, Sheldon. Hey, we have a big problem. Percy, remember the guy, the bug guy?
Yeah, I remember Percy. Mm-hmm.
He came to me in a dream and said he's been kidnapped, captured, and they want to exchange him for the sword.
Mm.
I don't want to give up the sword.
Yeah, we
Oh,
want
Darth,
to
thank you for
have
the
the
follow.
sword.
But we need him back. So.
All right. So,
I agree that his safe return should be our priority.
So what happens is Thaddeus, the camera cuts over to Thaddeus. Thaddeus grabs a red phone that's on his desk. It's one of those old rotary phones where you actually have to dial the circles. I don't know why I'm making this symbol where you can't see it off screen, but he picks it up and dials 666, and the camera cuts down to a boar who is in hell in an office talking with Betty White, who's down there making her yearly sacrifice for immortality.
Miss White, you know the conditions require more of a sacrifice than you have offered this.
Well, I thought with Keith Richards' deal, I could get.
Convenient ones.
I really hoped I could get the
Most
Keith
lenient
Richards
ones.
deal. And
I
with
will not
that,
be lenient a second time.
your phone begins to ring.
Abor will answer the phone and will switch tones of voice for a moment. Yes. What is it?
Abur, we have a problem. It's a big problem. Percy, did I ever mention Percy? Ever tell you about him, the bug guy?
I have not heard this name.
Okay, he's one of the first ones that came through all this with me. He is a good friend, and we fought together and did like the first little adventure. And Loki took him for training, and I think he's our pestilence if we're the four horsemen. So we need him for that, but also because he's a good guy and he's innocent as much anyone is if you're with Loki.
Mic off.
He came to me in a dream last night saying he'd been captured, kidnapped, and to get him back, we got to give him back the sword that's in hell. And I don't want to do that, but we have a definite problem.
Do we not have access to a deity on our side with 3D printers and a knack for creation?
That's true. Thaddeus, you're here. Could you make something like that?
Mic on.
I would have to
Like-
look at it, but I should be able to make something like that. I mean,
Okay.
I-
It felt different when I held it. There is magical property to it, but I might be able to do something with my craftsmanship.
well,
We
and
might be able to make some kind of forgery.
I seem to have an ability to imbue things with power. I did create your guys' armors and weapons.
That's true. Speaking of, as I'm
Mic
looking over
off.
my armor with the shattered chest piece, I'm like, yeah, the chest piece got broken again.
Mic on.
Repaired is a generous word. I need it replaced.
Okay, well, I've saved the files on my computer. I will just have the printer fire a new one up. When you
Thank
come, it should be ready for you. And
Okay, thank you.
he gives you the don't do it again look, or the don't do it again tone of voice, I guess.
I can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
All right, yeah. It's not like I do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Do I do it on purpose?
I'm gonna start
No.
charging a warranty fee.
Is that the right graphic on our Twitch side? Not to interrupt, but
Oh, the after show's on.
Yeah, no, I messaged you in the chat trying to be discreet.
Oh,
I saw
goodness.
the notification, but
I don't think Cammy did though.
yeah.
No, I've been focused on audio levels.
Hey, fun fact: this happened last time too.
Actually, it happened
Like
time
last
before
week.
last.
I mean,
time before last.
I thought it was last week. Yeah. Okay, it's happened before. Fun fact.
If you do want after shows are typically done after the show, and are on our Patreon, and soon should disappear. Hopefully, there we go. No, and it's back,
Woo.
and it's gone. Yay, it's gone. Okay, it's gone. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so excited about tonight's show, I forgot everything to do with stream setup. Apparently.
It's all good. Let's move on.
Okay. All right. Back
It's all
to
good.
it.
It's all good.
That is, I can do it. I just need to see it. I need to be able to have my hands on it. I need a file.
Abor, if you can bring the sword, I promise you we're not going to give it to them. But we have to get him back, so we need to figure something out to make that work. So we need that sword to do it.
Yeah.
Miss White will be put on a wait, and then I will open up the vaults of hell and bring forth the sword.
Ms. White, what? Okay, sure.
So Vlad comes in. You wanted to see me, sir?
Open the vaults. We're breaking out the arsenal.
Is he still on the line saying that?
Probably.
Yeah.
He probably has not hung up yet.
Abor, you're still on the line. What's the arsenal?
Worry about that later, young one. Turns it off.
Hello?
And you just hear click, and then I think he hung up.
Yeah, I'm not entirely opposed to what he's saying. Being God of War, kind of, and all.
Appreciate.
The sentiment is good.
Mm-hmm.
Shelton, I'll meet you at Thaddeus's realm again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again? No.
Roll for portals.
I meant that as back there, not.
Oh, right.
But I realized, yeah, that's actually pretty good. You know, in the alternate reality.
My mistake. Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Hey, I rolled a 3 for the first time. I failed this roll today. Let's get that experience up to where it belongs.
I barely didn't fail.
Okay, so with your 3, you end up getting transported to the absolute wrong location, but you can't tell till you step through it.
I'm going through. I'm out of it, but yeah, I go through.
You find yourself in an airport in Acapulco, where a plane has just crashed right off the coast.
It's still bad.
People screaming, throwing their coconut runs at, other people.
Portal.
All right.
Gotta get out of here.
Throw up another portal attempt.
17.
That one works.
Timelines are still good.
You end up in...
That one was even more graceful.
Yep, you end up in Thaddeus' realm. Abor, did you throw up your ride out of hell?
Exact same roll too.
Oh my gosh,
18.
that's
The
hilarious.
universes are converging. Everything is good here.
So gonna throw out
Exactly.
there before you take off. Let's do the cut of opening up the vault. Vlad's going to get like smashed by the vault, and then he gets hit by lightning as it's being opened, and then the camera cuts into the vault, and inside the vault there's like the complete works of Barney, and
Yes, the true evil weapon.
yeah, we see like all of the annoying voice of the lady from The Nanny.
Phenomenal. I just have that on repeat somewhere. Oh, that's somebody's fetish. Anyway.
It's one of the floors on your elevator.
Oh, it's
And
just that. It's
every bombed SNL episode ever is just like on
perfect.
8-track tape.
Starbucks secret recipe.
Hopefully, we will be needing none of that for this particular venture. I will make sure to how to acquire the sword, perhaps maybe other weapons, maybe.
Okay. Well, you definitely have the weapons listed on your character sheet, and you have the sword,
Phenomenal.
and you have whatever skills you have listed. Any other weapons or any other skills? We're gonna have to talk replacements.
I have to replace weapons? I was unaware of this. No. Well, I suppose bringing a tank would be a little bit overkill.
Well, we can make other weapons skills is the deal, but you would have to replace skills.
I suppose. Shame.
So you're gonna make your way up via elevator, the elevator Wonkavator.
The elevator. I like that.
Nice roll.
Does Thaddeus have actual coffee, or is it just Red Bull and balls and?
If you ask for Thaddeus for coffee, he can 3D print you coffee.
Okay.
Wait.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Cream and sugar? No cream and sugar?
Black, please.
He begins the 3D printing process, and it literally 3D prints the entire cup with the coffee in it.
I would hope that during this process, my my elevator, which I guess can just go here, will appear somewhere in the background, and from it, whatever a 20 gets me for summoning vehicle.
Oh God.
Well, get you an extra +3 to your roll from now on, so go ahead and add that.
I forgot I get to add that.
So that buffs
That's
that
sick.
skill, which is nice. Because that's one of your big
Yeah.
skills.
Yes.
So
yes, it is.
You kind of appear out of the back. There's a bit of smoke. You all smell that brimstone smell that you'd smelled before. And as you turn around, it's a boar.
Did you bring it?
I did.
Thaddeus kind
And
of comes over to you.
go ahead.
Thaddeus kind of comes over to you, but without getting up, he like pushes back on his wheeled chair. Like he's got one of those wheeled office chairs. He takes it from you, begins to look it over, runs it through a scanner. I'd like to think that he's got one of those video game scanners, like they use to make live action copies of people, like they use in the wrestling games and stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like one of those 3D scanners, and it's just scanning the sword down to its finest details.
Is Athena here? She
Athena-
usually is. But
Athena
is
is sitting, kind of just waiting, watching.
I'll go talk to her for the first time in a little bit. Fill her in on what's going on.
She smiles as you come over.
Hey.
Hey.
We might have a problem.
What's troubling you?
Percy. Well, they took Percy. And they want the sword. So we're going to make a copy of it and try to do some kind of scam to do it. But this is... I don't even know who took it rightly. Percy just told me he was captured and they want the sword back. I presume it's the Pantheon side, because that's where Gabriel was with Santa Claus and all that. But they're going to see through it. So we need a plan B or C or something, I think. And we have to get him back.
Well,
he's not being left behind.
I mean, I can't really go and help you because I can't be seen. That would completely undo all the things that I plan to do. But...
Which I am fully prepared to pretend to be you during this, to say I am Athena and all that, to keep that other ruse going for whatever that gets us.
It occurs to me that one of your party members they have no knowledge of, and another one can go invisible. Both seem useful tools in this situation.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Mic off.
Sheldon's nodding thoughtfully around a cup of coffee.
I like, the camera's kind of like pans over to show literally the people who can't be seen just outside of frame are being seen, like pulls back, like, yeah, we are here. You're here the whole time. Yeah.
Sheldon's still not entirely convinced that this won't give him cancer, but the coffee is pretty good.
I like the idea that, honestly, Cammy, from there, it's like, okay, maybe there's a plan, and it would cut to like a montage of Ocean's 11.
Mic on.
Like, okay, so here's the thing: we would do this. Like, that's I suddenly got an idea in my head.
Yeah, we definitely start. Plan. We start getting the music, and there's a blackboard, and you're pointing at things, and everybody's like smiling, and then Sheldon doesn't get it, and you have to go back, and it cuts back, and you're going over it over again, and then everybody's smiling, and a boar doesn't get it. And so it cuts back, and you're doing it all over again. And finally, you guys...
And then nobody's smiling.
And you all just realize that you're basically a bunch of young kids going up against the literal gods.
Okay, how about this, though? And that's when the actual montage ends. Here we go. Okay, what if I take the sword, the fake one, and I take it in there and offer it up, and try and distract things as much as I can, talking to Zeus or whoever the hell's there, while you guys get Percy out.
Sounds like a plan.
It's more of a goal than a plan. I don't know how to get in. Like, how you guys are going to get in. But if I go alone as Athena, who is saying she's learned from what, and I look over toward Athena, from what she's done about leaving friends behind and siding with family, that seems in line with stuff they've talked about, and kind of like a new version, a new outlook from the new... I could probably BS this pretty good, I think.
Well, and I do have a separate stat from invisibility to like camouflage, so maybe if I roll spectacularly well, it will look even more like the real sword, kind of a thing. Or is that something we don't want to?
Oh, we do want that. We want it to look like the real sword. Like when if we can imbue magic into it, if I can use a crafts skill, because I've got that armor smith to try to make it more magical, like at least from the heft. Like I know what it feels like to hold the sword. I want this to feel the same. Something that makes it like give off the falseness of it.
So Thaddeus is going to bring over the 3D printed replica and the real sword and hand both to you.
Okay.
The heft on both is the same. The supernatural pull, however, is different.
Is there anything I can try to make the supernatural pull on the fake one more?
You and
like,
Sheldon can both make a roll.
Power?
You can make a roll with your armor smithing. Sheldon can take a roll with camouflage and take the highest one.
I rolled a 2.
That's technically a 16 if we're going by.
That's better than a 2.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, would be an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So, Courtney, other than the experience you get from failing that roll, you you discover that you don't know how to make divine power go into something that's beyond your skill level.
I'm just gonna say it's more of an armor weapon thing. It's a weapon. I'm not as good. That's why I couldn't do it.
Sheldon, however, does manage to mimic the feel. You can tell if you hold it for an insanely long period of time, or if it was Gabriel himself, he could tell the difference. You just know that because you know everything. But you also know that the Greek gods were not exactly sticklers for being the most observant creatures in the world.
Yeah.
They're a lot more self-absorbed than to think that anything else really needs their attention. That makes sense.
But if I hold it and kind of move it, it feels like the real deal.
For a little while, yeah.
Okay.
And you don't know. I mean,
it
how
doesn't
much
have to
of
be
that
like
is
that
the
forever.
fact that you have both right next to each other, and how much of it is noticeable by anyone. Pretty much is what I'm saying. So are you going to lock the original sword back up, or are you going to take it with you as a backup?
That's a good question.
A boar will attempt to reach for the real one.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll hand you the real one.
Excellent. If that is the case, he will put it in a case and then place said case in his war machine that he brought with him from the elevator. That 20 that I rolled.
Oh, yeah. Whatever vehicle you got.
Yeah, into the war machine.
But before, so if you're doing that, I will like glance at Athena and then look back to you and say, I almost didn't give you the real one. Something in me wanted to keep it and have it just in case I needed the real one. But that's not right. I need to trust you and you need to trust me, and I needed to tell you that. And I did that properly. But it was a thought of a strategy because that's all in my head now. But we talked, so I have to tell you. And Shelton, I have.
So you're gonna send the sword back down the elevator?
No, not yet. The plan is to put it inside, again, whatever war machine I have conjured, and leave it there for now.
So,
I'm looking like a little ashamed of myself, but also like it was good to tell you.
So the machine you conjured was the elevator itself.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Yes, it's going back down to the Hell Vaults then.
Okay.
Goodbye.
camera just cuts down the hole. It follows the elevator like down the hole. You see the flames and the fire as it goes down and everything, and it just cuts to the doors opening in hell with only the sword in it. And Vlad just looks over and goes, "Oh fuck." And he goes over and grabs the sword, and then we see him opening the vault, getting his legs and arms ripped off by the vault. Slowly making his way inside, getting smashed by the door a few times, and getting the sword
when
put
he
away.
puts the sword away, a note will fall off of the case, and it will say, "Bring Betty White to the elevator."
And it just the camera follows him as he's walking up the stairs to the office. He like steps on Legos as he's going up. Like this entire thing is just absolute torture to him because he's in hell.
Oh my gosh.
He gets Miss White, walks back down this giant flight of stairs, brings her to the elevator. Did you ask him to place her in the elevator or just bring her to the elevator?
Definitely place her inside the elevator.
He walks into the elevator with her. Did you tell him what button to push? Because there's 600.
Yes, you're right. You're right. There's close to 700 buttons. Please press button 127.
He does so.
Excellent. They are going to both be transported to Acapulco because that seems to be a bump in place right now.
Okay.
We'll have a coconut martini for me, margarita.
Right. and the camera will pan back to you guys as they get out of the elevator in Acapulco, where there's currently like sounds of sirens and fire trucks and news media.
Notably, the elevator goes away. They're both there now.
Yep, they're both stuck in Acapulco. And I think that you would have a connection to your elevator. You would know that they made it. Well, that the elevator itself went to Acapulco and disappeared from Acapulco.
Phenomenal.
Where did that go? All I know is the elevator went away. So I ask you, like, when it comes back to us. So where did you send it? Like, how's that thing work?
By my will, I suppose.
Okay.
To answer your question more thoroughly, it went back down to the place below, and then went to Acapulco. I feel like I will have to deal with Miss White once more.
That's our 10-minute warning. Sorry.
In Acapulco.
Mic on.
Oh. Okay.
Thaddeus gets an email.
Thaddeus gets an email.
Guys, you might want to see this.
I'll rush over. Distraction is good.
It's an invitation addressed to your group. It has your name, Courtney, specifically on it. If you would like to see your friend alive again, come to, and it gives an address of an old prison.
Whereabouts? Like, are we talking like Alcatraz or like some ancient prison, like in Rome?
It is a prison in a rural part of Texas.
Okay. Well, we know where we have to go.
Wonder if we shouldn't do some scouting first and figure out where they are and that kind of a thing.
Honestly, cinematically, as he's saying that, the camera should cut to him scouting. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like that kind of moment. It's like checking it out.
Yeah.
Just blissfully kind of drinking my coffee and like looking off into the third distance, thinking about coffee and stuff. And then
we'll cut.
What are y'all looking at?
We will cut to be right back, and we will come back at the prison where we'll be scouting around. grab snacks. They'll be shortly here, just a couple of minutes, and we'll be back with a fresh call, and everybody will get to experience the abandoned prison where
Oh.
their compatriot is currently being held. So grab
Also-
snacks, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do. We'll be
Yeah.
right back.
We'll be right back. This is getting insane.
Back in a second.
Waiting on camp to load, and we are back. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the break. And now we are going to scout around an abandoned prison.
By we,
It's you and the cat.
Right. Ooh, that's a fair question. How much communication do I have with my cat? Is my cat able to scout for me invisibly?
I mean, you can talk to the cat. The cat cannot talk back to you.
Yeah.
So the cat could
Sounds-
go scouting. However,
It's
they're not
could
going to
see
be able to
stuff,
tell
but-
you a whole lot about.
get a claw in like the dirt and doing like Pictionary,
Yeah, we haven't gone full Yogi Bear yet.
Okay.
We're getting close. We've just got Ranger Joe. We don't have Yogi yet. I mean, for all intents
Okay.
and purposes, this is still just a house cat that happens to be massive.
Right, that's fair. Well, that is fair in real life too. He eats a lot of kibble, so a lot of meow mix.
All right, so you want
Okay.
to make me a scout roll?
Yes, I do want to make that roll. And I want whatever dice gods to hear me. Ugh.
Do you have the scout skill?
Do you have a tracking or a scouting skill?
I have tracking.
I would allow you to use your tracking as a skill there.
So that's a +3, so that's barely passing.
So you got a 10? With a 10,
Got a 10.
I will tell you that you know roughly the layout of the prison, and you have a rough idea of where they would probably be, somewhere over in the maximum security area.
It probably doesn't matter between 10 and 11, but 8 plus 3 is 11, not 10.
No,
Yeah,
it's
11,
pretty
yeah.
much the same.
I thought so. I was like, we get roasted by the viewers. I just had to say something.
Yeah, no,
I was
you're right.
like, wait a minute.
Nobody wants Sheldon around for his math ability, so
All you
That is his job.
all you really know is that the general layout of the prison, and most likely the most defensible area of the prison is the maximum security portion.
stands to reason. Okay, and I know generally where the maximum
Where that
security
section will
part
be.
is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So,
I will be a hasty retreat.
so I picture he's doing that, and it cuts back to us. It's like, well, can we get a layout of the prison? And Thaddeus might be able to pull something up, and you can be like, they're here.
Yep.
Yeah, he manages to before you leave, he gives you a set of blueprints for the prison. And an overhead satellite,
Okay.
like Google Maps image.
Okay.
No little Sheldon, avatar that's like bipping around the prison.
Okay, so we've got that figured out. That's probably where they're going to be. I'd have to think that the meeting place would be somewhat near there, but far away as well. Because if we could just smash and grab, we've been good at that. They probably are anticipating that.
Give me a knowledge roll, Courtney.
I don't presume I'm adding anything to that based on my skill set.
Nope. I just want to see if something might occur to you.
5.
It does not occur to you.
I have a mastermind skill. Could I roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I should really work on like strategy type stuff. Wow, I don't have any
Man,
skills
that
for that.
coffee was good.
Yeah.
Man, that coffee was good.
As you try to think what these people would do, it literally hurts your brain to think about what it would do. And You
Mhm.
take 2 damage directly to your HP just from literally trying to think like a god.
But what that means is that coffee messed you up. That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you get sick right after eating something. It clearly isn't the fact that you were sick. It was clearly the thing that you were eating that was the problem.
Yep.
What if I want to eat my lobster macaroni out of the trash the second day? You know.
Ken, don't judge me. Okay, so my theory then that we're going with, because we have no reason to think otherwise, is that they probably would have him nearby, but not right nearby, because again, smash and grab is too easy. Max security is where they are, so the meeting place is probably like the general, not a general population place, but like the workout area, like a basketball court. I'm picturing that, so it's still like enclosed.
So like a yard.
Kind
You're
of.
looking
Yeah.
for a yard. is what
Yeah,
you're
the
saying?
yard. Yeah, that's what I'm picturing. At the same
Well-
time, I'm just worried they were able to capture him. Like, I look over to Athena, and then I kind of ponder. I go, "Where the hell is Loki in all this? He's supposed to
Maybe
be
they-
training him."
Maybe they used a butterfly net. Okay, sorry.
She
Man, this coffee's good.
she gives kind of a shrug. She goes, "It's always been hard to read Loki's motives. I don't know where he stands or what his plans were. I can only guess that his plans were his own. He's never aligned himself with any group before."
Okay, I like the sound of that, even though that's not great, but that works in our favor somewhat. He's not A or B.
Well, we do objectively have something they want. So
Mhm.
if they were trying to trap us, you know, if they were trying to smash and grab us, you know,
Which I'm completely expecting.
Yeah.
They want us. They want as many as they can get. They were trying to get a boar before we did, and not that we got you a boar. You know what I mean?
maybe we add an extra layer of deception to our meetup. Maybe we botch a smash and grab with them, drop the fake sword, and flee. So that they're even more like, oh, they didn't intend to give us the sword, but
But how do we
Is that-
get? Do we take Percy out during that?
well, yeah, we grab for Percy. You know, we are going to try to succeed at that. You know, maybe Abur and you know the Arsenal would help us with that, but then you know somebody would drop the sword, or you know, while still us having the real one. You know, it's just it adds a layer of deception to. You know, then they feel more like, oh, we got it. You know, we got.
I like it. It adds something to it, definitely. I wonder. Oh, that could actually work. If I'm trying to pass off as Athena, that wouldn't make sense for an Athena plan,
Oh, I see.
unless that happens and Athena is upset that the others failed. Just
Mhm.
play it up.
Yep, I could see that. Unless we think that their position is too well fortified, you know, being in maximum security.
You saw it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we could just probably smash and grab and get him out of there. But what's to stop them from doing it again?
That's true.
Like, the only reason we're giving them the fake sword is just to distract them so we can get him out.
Yeah.
We're not
that's true.
really expecting them to believe it's the real deal for long.
Not for very long. That's true. Yep, you're right. Vapor, do you have a thought for us?
I am only concerned with all of the moving parts to this plan.
It's true. There are a lot of pieces, parts that go together that might.
We have to convince them that this is the real thing. convince them that our plan is to make the trade on their terms, which has a whole level of complications, I suppose.
I think I got it. And honestly, it would cut to we're there, but the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be faking that I'm Athena.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing the sword, but I'll out that it's a fake sword, and I'll say that I'm bringing these two in because I'm coming back and bringing them in, and distract all of that, and say this is what the plan is, but it's not the plan, and they're actually doing the plan. But it's all would be like filmically a misdirect where it looks like I've turned on the good guys, but no, not really.
Okay.
So I got some bullshitting to do. I think the idea of what I'm going to tell them is that we wanted to come in with a fake sword to get him out. But you know me, I don't care about that as Athena. And this is what they're doing. And I'll try to say that you guys are going to bust through like underground to get him out, like in the rock. You're going to try to come in and extract him. Because you're like underground, it's right.
Yeah.
But the actual plan would be like you actually come in from like above or the like the side or something, and I get them to all divert their attention to the wrong place.
Yeah, maybe a poor, unleashes a bit of arsenal in a certain direction, away from where my sneaky butt is going, to go get Percy.
Actually, yeah, we could actually really make it seem like Abor is coming from underground to play into it, and they buy into it even more. And then Shelton, you're able to go in with the cat, invisible, and just walk him out.
In all the confusion, yeah.
Yeah, because there actually is an arsenal. Abor, you mentioned an arsenal. This goes from a maybe to a real deal.
We just want to see your arsenal, that's all we want,
I mean, I too wish to see this arsenal, but we'll have to see.
Abor, as the horseman of war, I would like to see you raise hell.
Yeah.
That's Captain America saying Hulk smash is what that is.
Hulk smash now? Excellent. Making rolls.
But it's literally like raise hell, like underneath. Like it's going to be... They're not going to know what hit them, even though I tell them.
All right, so it is a tiny bit of hell. It succeeds, but it is a tiny bit of hell.
Oh, you're raising it. What are you raising hell right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, you said go smash, and Abor only heard smash.
Oh no.
Oh goodness, no. The plan is happening. The plan is happening.
But like I said, thematically, Cammy, we absolutely like cut and we're there. Like, that's how I picture it. So.
Okay. So
but I had to give the plan up because I didn't want to say, okay, and I turn them in and they do something different because they would have known the plan. So
basically, here's what's going to happen for that roll, Abor. The amount of arsenal that you're able to pull together is it's Vlad, who drives the Impala. He drives up the Impala, says, you called for backup?
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I required more than just this, but...
Betty's in the back.
Even better. So,
you have a bazooka or an Uzi or something?
There's a moment of, wait.
Is that?
No.
What we are going to do is we're going to send Miss White and Vlad directly into one of the walls. Ready, break.
I love the idea that you're like, Betty, or Ms. White, you wanted a new deal. And we cut because you're going to renegotiate something with her.
Oh, that's crisp. That's rich. Oh, phenomenal.
It's all about the
Ah.
Ocean's edits of cuts to the next moment. I'm totally picturing for this whole thing.
Well, I just need to get in. So to get me in, we are going to take this Impala and make it into a missile of sorts and propel it into the walls. Ready, break.
Okay. Give me a roll to see how well Vlad drives the Impala into the wall.
Wait, like the wall of what?
The
The
prison,
wall
I'm
of the
guessing.
prison.
Okay, so we have to have like me go in first, though, right? That's not happening yet, right?
No, it
0.3.
is certainly happening. That is a natural 20 with a +3 mod.
Okay, hold on a second. That part has to happen after Courtney's even gone in to pretend to be Athena. So hold on a second.
All right, so we'll cut from the natural 20. We'll leave the natural 20 there. We'll cut inside the prison where you have been escorted.
Like the engine revved.
You've been
Yeah,
escorted.
so I
back.
would go in. I've got the sword. I would go in trying to be like full regalia
So
of Athena. Like-
as you're being escorted in, you notice that you go into maximum security where everybody assumes that they're going to be. You walk past maximum security where everybody assumes they're going to be.
Camera's
You turn
close.
right onto death row. You walk down where Percy is strapped to a gurney inside of a gas chamber. You're standing in the viewing area, and Zeus is in there with Percy. Did you bring the sword?
Yes. Father, I did.
Give it to Thor.
I presume Thor is there.
Yep, standing beside you, one of the ones that escorted you down.
I kind of almost front on him, as small as I am compared to him. Why him? Why you? I'm trying to be like authoritative here.
Zeus raises his voice. You think that I'd trust you? You who turned on us. You and your little ragtag group. You're nothing but a bunch of bugs. And as he says this, he stomps on one of Percy's bugs. And Percy just lets out a groan of pain as green ichor runs down the edge of his mouth. And it looks like he's been tortured.
He's been doing it for a while. Okay.
He coughs. Oh God. Oh God. Courtney, don't let him.
I'll. This is the moment, Cammy, where I kind of go all in with the ruse. I'll turn and look through and say, "The girl is gone. They're coming into a trap. I've led them here, Father." It's only a matter of time before they probably just bust through the wall. Very blunt. I mean, that's what you expected, right?
Go ahead and give me a roll for that, and then we're going to cut back to a board running this Impala straight through the wall.
Yeah. And I still haven't given up the sword, because that's my one thing of if the moment they realize it's fake, shit gets real. That's a 3.
He knows immediately that you're lying.
Okay. We'll see how long it takes me to realize that.
Oh.
And
He might just go along with it. If he goes along with it, I'm in real danger.
Meanwhile, down the hall, you hear an explosion as this Impala slams into the wall. Betty White's absolutely fine. Vlad's thrown from the vehicle and smashed into the other side of the wall. Manages to kind of like peel himself off, and as he's standing up, dusting himself off, the roof kind of caves in on top of him.
Right on time.
So you're ready to hand them over. Go apprehend them.
I think Sheldon would take his cue as to that's the time to
We cut.
make with his invisibility thing and
Into the wrong room. I love it.
navigation was never his strong suit anyway.
That's
So
it should be. I'm fine though.
okay, here's my invisibility roll. Ooh, good. So that actually worked. So that's at a +3, so that's a 22. And I guess I'm sneaking into the wrong room.
You sneak into a completely empty portion of the prison. There's no Courtney. There's a very flattened and miserable looking Vlad who drives the Impala.
He drove it all right.
I'll leave Vlad for the moment. I wonder if the cat has any better idea where the bugs are.
Give me a roll.
Handle animal, perhaps?
If
Yeah.
he's been tortured for a while, there might be some carcasses around from bugs. Might get lucky.
3 for handle animal. Give me that is a 5.
He is currently playing with one of the bugs and distracted by it.
Okay, you found it. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Okay. I guess we'll just go on a hunt. Try to figure out. I mean, I guess I don't know if I can see from my current position that there's more prison that I could go explore.
Oh yeah, you definitely can see more. If you want to try and roll your tracking, you might be able to track the dead bugs back, possibly.
Oh, that's a good.
But we're gonna cut back to Courtney. You've been tasked with apprehending them. Door's right beside you. As far as you're aware, your plan is still going smoothly.
Like Thor, and I say, "Follow me."
He does so.
And I go still very authoritatively proper, like Athena, because the plan's working, to where the crash sound was.
It's about halfway, I'd say from your original walk. You have to turn a corner and then walk down a hallway. You actually are going to walk past Sheldon.
Okay.
So my
knowing we're heading to that area, Sheldon, I presume you're going to go invisible. I'm going to be loud.
Yeah, I'm invisible. My tracking was technically a 10 with my +3 skill.
You started to find your way there, but were interrupted when you nearly ran face first into Courtney.
Okay. I'll give them a berth, and I'll hug the wall and kind of
Borb, are you in the vehicle with Miss White and Vlad?
Oh, no. My plan is now to destroy enough of the prison to make my appearance known. So, we're going to be in the process of doing exactly that.
Now's a good time for it.
Yep. Time to attempt to cause cave-ins, maybe find something that looks electrical, fry all of its circuits, and wait, no, it's probably in the process of decay. Really, I just want to flatten a portion of this prison, and however I'm going to do it is going to happen.
Give me a roll with your weapons added in.
That's our...
With my weapons? Okay.
Yep. I'm aware of how much that will do, but give me a roll with your weapon added in.
So plus weapon is 43.
You are just literally.
That's right. You hit harder than I do now.
You're bringing down hell on this prison as your weapons are whipping around, smashing and breaking walls, and
As advertised.
you are definitely drawing the attention of everybody but Zeus
S-
and Thor.
Well, Thor's with me, right?
Yep.
What was that? That wasn't part of the plan.
You stay here. I'll go check it out. And Thor's going to run off to go check out what's going on, where the commotion is.
Yes. Plan C.
Plan C.
Well,
C
no,
for
that's
chaos?
really the plan was to not send him your way, but I'm trying to have to send him your way because shit got fucked. The moment he goes off, I am not going toward Shelton. Well, no, we're kind of right by Shelton, right, where he came in. Like the Impala's right there, I presume. We're right in that spot.
Courtney, make me a roll.
Oh boy. Because I was like the Zeus and maybe get natural 20.
You manage to knock someone out as immediately an invisible figure tries to grab the sword out of your hands.
Can I like they're invisible?
Yeah, they're like Sheldon levels of invisible.
Okay, so what do I like swat them with a wing or something, or do they become
You
visible once I hit them?
you like are turning to walk back and you clothesline the crap out of them. Is what happens.
Who is it? What is it?
It's Mercury.
Mm.
You were almost double crossed. You now know something's going sideways.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll hurry back. I'll hurry back very quickly because Percy's the priority now.
You round the corner, and he
But I'm
looks
still
at
trying to be Athena, right? Like
Zeus looks at you. You're playing a game you can't possibly understand. You're children playing with gods. You're less than mortals. You're less than these bugs. And he stomps another bug, and Percy just gasps. And now, your friend is no more. He pulls a lever
no,
on the side of the wall.
yeah, no, I'm going and not at him, but for the chair. The gas, it's a gas chamber. You said, right?
Yep, the room starts to
Oh,
fill
yeah.
with insecticide.
Oh yeah, no, I'm breaking through that as best I can.
Where did Sheldon end up in all that? Well, the 10 was a pass, so.
Yeah, you were, I'd assume, following Courtney?
Yeah, I was trying to get ahead of all them. Well, my assumption was that Courtney was going back, taking Zeus to, go retrieve the poor and all that. And
No,
I
was going back to Zeus. Zeus is the one who stayed in the chamber.
Oh, he stayed.
Thor is going to Abor on his own.
The door is
okay.
locked and there's no way in. The only way in is to break the window.
Well, Shelton, you said you're following me because you've got Mercury right there too. If you're following behind me, you'll see me trying to break this down.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's filling it with insecticide. Only ways to break through the window. I will try with the sword. Like I thematically honestly see it like the moment they're gassing Percy, I would throw the fake sword at Zeus and try to break it open with my own.
Okay.
Like, fuck this. This is more important. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even a real attack. It's just I'm trying to break that door down.
Immediately, Mercury is going to scatter forward, grab the sword, and disappear. And this exact moment that he does, Zeus is also going to disappear.
I yell out, "You son of a bitch," and try to get this door open somehow. Anyway.
Okay.
I'll try to trip Mercury in my invisible state.
Ooh, I
Give
like
me
it.
a roll.
It's a 7. I don't have a skill attached to that.
You just miss. He like flies over you as he comes past with his winged shoes and disappears. Abor, you're in the middle of wrecking everything. You see Thor, but all of a sudden he just backs off and leaves. Something's not right.
I'm gonna roll my door attack. 9. That's a 12 with my anime lightning, I believe. Yes, 12.
You
So
get
I
through
do
the door.
23 damage.
You
I
get
get
through the
through.
door. You get to the table.
I am trying to use my wings to gust it out.
Percy looks up at you. Camera closes in, and it says, "Courtney, did I do good? Did I?" And he coughs and turns to dust in your arms.
No.
And a letter falls to the table. And we're going to go to break. And we will be right back with the letter.
Fuck. Ah.
And we're back with the letter and Courtney standing in the empty room where the dust left over from Percy and his bugs now floats in the air.
Yeah, when he turns to dust, like when he's dying, it's like no, 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 because I mean the crisis of faith has not been good, and this is real bad. And then to dust, it just there's a the crying starts, and then the letter, it's gonna take a second before she's even able to look at it. Like it dust is gonna fall on it first. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like there's gonna be a moment.
While Courtney is sorting herself out, I think we cut to a board where just nothing's happening. No one's coming. No one is reacting to your chaos.
I will rally my two. Um,
Looks like this is a failed cause.
You rally
I
and it doesn't
suppose.
take you long to find everybody else. I'm gonna assume, Shelton, you've gone into the room with Courtney and you're now standing there with Courtney.
Sure.
Vlad, take the car. Go. I will meet up with you at some point.
Okay, boss.
There's a pretty awesome visual of this too, Cammy, of Courtney's in the room with like the gas and the dust, but because of the magic armor, none of it's sticking to her. So
Yeah,
she's just sticking
it's
out.
all sliding off.
Like, but like she hates that, but doesn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like she would hate that visual. I love it myself.
Yeah.
It's so impure and just disconnected, and she's everything but that.
And like that, your closest ally, who was with you in the very beginning of this nonsense, he lies in dust at your feet. The only thing left of him, the letter on the table.
I'll pick it up with probably a very trembling hand. Look to see what it is.
The letter has been sent to you in your Discord if you would like to read it aloud.
And Courtney would be reading it aloud. Just for the record. But yeah, so the audience gets
Cinematically, this
too.
would be in his voice.
Yeah, of course. Which I'm not going to impersonate. Dear Courtney, if you're reading this, then I am dead. Loki and I were betrayed. I am sorry that I won't be able to continue the journey with you. Loki told me the trickster gods live short lives, and I guess he was right. I have to be honest, I don't want to die. But if I do die, I at least want to help the only human friend I have ever had. We are friends, aren't we? I found out that there are a lot of us out there and everyone is trying to recruit or wipe us out. They have blackmail on everyone. They can hear our thoughts and our prayers. If you're really going to fight them, you have to find a way to weaken them. Also, the purple guy is some kind of failsafe that I have heard them talking about, but I have no idea what that could be. Please look after my bugs for me and maybe let them eat that. That would be kind of neat. Eat me. And that would be a neat circle of life type of thing. Oh God, I don't want to die. Please save me, Courtney, your friend, Percy. And it would just it would be crumpled up at that point.
Hmm.
And there's not even anything left for the bugs to eat. Like you wanted, is there?
No, just dust.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know somewhere outside he could be, laid to rest, but
Can Abur, can you gather his ashes and dust, please?
I can. And we will see Abur in spectacular fashion attempting to gather dust.
Depending how comedy, it's like, but no.
I think this is a pretty somber moment
Yeah.
as
I will literally storm out of the room, not able to be in that room anymore, and go outside. And just stand there trying to process.
anybody gonna go after her?
No.
That's
I'll
fair.
give her a minute.
It takes Abor a little while, but you manage to gather everything up. And because you're a god of death, you manage to procure a small urn filled with this green dust that used to be Percy and his bugs.
Oh, go ahead.
Abor is going to leave.
I don't have a story point, Cammy, but I kind of envision Courtney's just going to scream at the sky, and I was envisioning some kind of look from it.
Definitely.
Just in this rage.
A storm gathers and lightning just strikes all around you.
Like, we've gone from strategy to war.
And I think cinematically now we see flashbacks from the very beginning. We see waking up at the bar. We see the moment where Percy's trying to console Courtney by putting a hand on her shoulder and the bug crawling off onto her shoulder.
And the scream.
We see the moment that they fought and the dejected look as Percy felt hurt by his only friend. The moment that he disappeared.
And of course, I was going to say, of course, the do you trust me moments as well.
And
Because
then
that's what hurts the most.
a fade into him on the table. A look as the room filled with gas. And a cut back to that. Did I do good? Did I do good, Courtney?
And I didn't even get to answer him. I will draw my sword with that screaming at the sky and start yelling for Loki. Just demanding him to show up. And it doesn't have to work. That's player to DM, but that's just happening. It's almost better if it doesn't. I don't know. But she's just like smashing whatever's nearby. Like it's an abandoned prison, so like knocking over more walls. Like this is it's gone bad. They've
Cinematically, as she's doing this, we see this prison just crumble to the same dust that Percy is now. As this once strong facility has been utterly destroyed by the beginnings of a war. Laid flat. And we cut back to Courtney in the middle of just absolute rubble. You wouldn't even know there was a prison there.
And no Loki.
No Loki.
No Zeus. No nothing. I'd start yelling for Zeus. I'd start yelling for Zeus too, because I want. That doesn't. Yeah, no, they know better. They know what they did.
One person does show up. Athena appears at your side and just places a hand on your back. Not saying anything, just placing a hand.
Probably drop the sword and hug her crying. Because Courtney's broken.
She just holds you.
They
Just
broke
lets
her.
you let it all the way out.
And it comes all the way up. That sounded wrong, but you know what I meant.
Abor, Sheldon, your friend's sobbing in the middle of a rubble. You've just watched her basically destroy everything that was left of this prison. Abor, to put it into words, you wrecked a portion of the prison. She leveled it to dust in less time.
I was definitely under the impression that I had left like entirely.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want your character to be gone.
Mostly because I have a plan for this Ash.
Oh, I'm on board with this.
I know. It's going to be exciting, and Jack, and Spoons is going to do very good things with this, but we'll worry about that later. For now, the urn is going on his desk, and he's going to sit there and muse over it for a while.
Okay.
Because
so cinematically, I think
doesn't know.
I think we see Abor walk into the office holding this urn. And I want to say that just for cinematic purposes, this urn is probably the same green color as the ash inside, with maybe a little silver rim around the top.
Excellent.
And you set it on the desk.
I am also on board with this, and we're just going to leave it there for a moment, and Abor is going to muse over what to do with it.
And then I think
because Abor is only going based on whatever Courtney told him about Percy. That's all he has to go by, but that's really interesting too.
And I think we cut back to Sheldon. Sheldon, you've watched. You may not have personally interacted with Percy, but you were there. You've seen everything that they've gone through. You understand why Courtney is so destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And she is absolutely destroyed in this moment. What are you going to do?
Sheldon is not. Let's say Sheldon is not good with people. He chose an outdoor life. Ostensibly, a lot of what he does, interacts with the public, but kind of distantly. He sees himself as more, nature-wise. He'll make himself available. He'll be within the periphery, but I don't think that Sheldon would know how to empathize with Courtney in this moment. And I think raising, the prison is something that Sheldon would, both agree with and see it as kind of a return to nature kind of a thing. This is like a cleansing kind of a part of the carbon cycle for him,
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that, he'll be within view, of Courtney, as I don't feel in danger of Courtney, but also I think he is an emotionally kind of a distant sort of person. I think he has scripts for dealing with people, but I don't know that he has the emotional intelligence to empathize with Courtney in this moment. So he'll just make himself available, and
And I think the camera cuts back to Courtney as a butterfly flies down and lands on her shoulder.
Glance at it.
It stays for a while, almost like it's staying with you in your grief.
Really take a good look at it then.
Give me a roll.
$13.
Your knowledge tells you that somehow, somewhere, some part of Percy is still there. You don't know how, you don't know where, but you have a weird feeling you could reach out and touch that part of him. A key player has been taken out of play today.
Oh. Yeah, they saw my gambit. They called it. Okay. How do you ride with 3 horsemen?
Athena looks at you and goes, I know you're grieving, but Thaddeus has a strike team inbound to Acapulco.
Thaddeus has a strike team?
He has seen a strike team being dispatched to Acapulco. Maybe.
We have to go.
And in that moment, there's a lightning strike.
I would say, like, we have to go, but there's a break. It's like, right?
There's a lightning strike.
Completely unsure of herself.
And standing before you is the Archangel Gabriel.
I would literally lunge at him to punch him. Like, I dropped my sword earlier. I'm not even picking it up. I am just like.
Can I step in?
Now I have a target.
Can I step in to intervene?
Opposed rolls.
Okay.
If you're going to try and hold her back, it's opposed rolls.
Okay.
Abor, you've been notified about the strike force headed to Acapulco as well, via red telephone.
I didn't roll as well as Courtney did.
I rolled an 18, but depending what this is, you can say I'm wild eyed and put a negative if it's cooler to have me not hit him.
I think Sheldon goes to hold you back, but he's not fast enough, and you just start pounding on Gabriel's chest.
Wham! Yep. It's the first hit was solid, but after that, it's just letting it rage.
He rocks back, and then he just stands there and takes it.
I'm literally saying this. It starts with me saying this is your fault, but it becomes this is my fault by the time I just kind of stop and
by the end of it,
saying, like,
by the end of it, he looks at you, and there's almost a recognition in his eyes of grief, and there's a slight emotion crosses his face, and then he just simply says, "Are you done?"
Sheldon's gonna put a knife in his kidney.
I'll say no. Not until they all pay.
Good. Do you have my sword?
That's a good question, actually. I don't know that Keith the player knows whether they made off with it or not.
They did make off with the fake sword. Yes.
They did take the sword that we
Oh.
brought, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not giving up that fakeness yet because they thought it was real still.
Right. Okay.
I will say, why would I give it to you?
Payment for services rendered?
What did you do for us?
But
And if you want your sword back, you're gonna have to get it back from Zeus.
Well, I can just as easily offer them my services. And he turns to go.
hold on.
He turns back. For what it's worth, though, I know they don't have my sword.
Uh-huh. And they'll know probably soon enough. What services are you offering, Gabriel?
I'm a mercenary. I'm a weapon. Point and shoot. Tell me who you want taken out. I'll do it. Need me to find someone? I'll do it. Want me to make you some instant ramen? I'll do that too.
I want them all to pay. But Zeus is mine.
Sheldon, the tactician's over there, like, wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah. No, Courtney's in war mode. They've flipped the switch.
Yeah,
she's
no.
So she was teetering, and this is bad for her. Let's be honest.
Yep.
She needs to be talked down off this ledge. Is really where we're at. No, she's like literally like tear stained face with this.
Yeah.
Like, the eyes are bloodshot. She is not good. But I will look to Gabriel, and I've tried to not break eye contact, even though I'm blinking away like tears from this. Strategy is what we need to win, but we need to do it with weapons.
We should aim our biggest weapon at our biggest enemy. If we want to do a coordinated thing and you perform the coup de grace, I'm okay with that. But we have to be smart about how we strategize.
We need to end this whole thing.
Yeah.
They have to pay. But we need to stop it. And you'll get your sword back.
Yeah.
Could you have your friend write that up in a contract?
Mm-hmm.
Probably yes, actually. He should have no problem with that.
Then I'm agreed. Zeus is yours. I'll be your weapon. When it's over, I get my sword, and I never have to see any of you again. Tell them I'm loyal.
I'll offer my hand for a handshake.
He does, and when he shakes your hand, you feel that there's more there than just a handshake. There's something binding about it.
Yeah, I thought
Something more binding than anything has been before. A boar.
This. Oh, go ahead.
Camera cuts down to
Yes.
you. As a plane load of people have just arrived.
Oh, good. How very good.
Does he recognize any from when he put Jim Bob on the plane?
There are a few familiar faces.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. To the meat grinder.
And they slowly walk. But not among them Jim Bob.
Jim Bob didn't come down to say hi? Oh, that's irritating. I thought he would have come down to say hi. Now I'm miffed.
Sure, Mifty didn't die to come visit.
All he had to do was come. He didn't have
The
to die. He
nerve.
just come say hi. I know, the nerve. He just had to come down with these guys, just say hi. It would have been great.
Okay.
He would have had Betty White's pie, and we would have liked it too.
Oh, that's so dirty. Oh, I love it.
That's real bad.
Oh, obviously, this is mature rated content if you didn't know from the horrible deaths. But
Oh, yeah, by the way.
but if you didn't know
Yes.
Betty White pie, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna go turn my my meat grinder to 11. The dogs have not eaten, and that's just not going to do.
Oh, my God.
Another face isn't down there either.
Oh?
A face you wouldn't know specifically, but you know the face of all the dead people.
True.
Percy's not there.
No, he's in a jar. Oh, he's in a jar. Excellent. So what we're gonna have to do real quick, just very briefly, is we're going to have to take this jar, right? We're gonna open it, we're gonna drop some hellfire in there, we're gonna say a chant real quick, and we're gonna try to commune with spirits.
You gonna take a new skill? Because if I remember
yeah.
right, you are full on skills.
Yes, I am absolutely full on skills. I don't know what I want to get rid of. Probably consuming apparition, because that wasn't a skill that I assigned myself yet.
Well, then, while you're trying to decide what you want to do there, we're going to cut back to Courtney and Sheldon.
Oh, well. Perfect, but I've decided.
Oh, go. Keep going.
Okay, go ahead then.
Perfect! An 8!
You try to
Wonderful.
summon the spirit of Percy directly, right?
Yes.
Does not work.
Well, I will take his ashes then, and I will throw them into a volcano.
Well, you're in luck. There's a brand new one in Acapulco.
Phenomenal. I will go there, and I will throw the ashes into the volcano, where I will summon his spirit once more.
The
All right.
circle of life.
It's good that I don't know you're doing that. I just said, you can handle this, right? Yeah. Yeah, you go.
So
Yep.
you're going to head to
I
It's
Acapulco?
great.
Yes, that is my plan. My initial plan, though, was to turn him into a mindless drone that I could, like, throw out of a bag and be like, surprise!
Okay, so you make your way to Acapulco. Oh, it's my friend,
Courtney
Mr.
somewhere has a searing
Forearms.
migraine. Yeah.
Hi, it's me. It's Jim Bob. You remember Jim Bob? We had the cobbler and a hat and tickets to Acapulco. I'm at Acapulco.
Why, yes, I do remember you. I remember you very well.
I
You
had the
brought me a
airplane
whole bunch
food.
of
I had the airplane vittles.
yes,
They gave me the farts.
yes.
They gave me the farts so bad that
Oh,
the trimmer's diabetes activated, and the plane
phenomenal.
didn't make it.
That explains all of the guests that I had over for lunch this afternoon.
Oh, well, I don't know nothing about that because I think pretty much everybody on that board was dead. Some of them from the
Right.
plane crash,
Yes.
some of them from the trimmer farts. Uh,
You see, um, some of them may have survived and have come over and just had lunch with me, though I didn't really have much of an appetite.
well, they were
I got to
probably
play with the
pretty full
puppy,
on
though.
those vittles. Airplane vittles are pretty tasty.
Yes.
I like the peanuts, but they give me gas apparently.
Most excellent. Say, my compatriots haven't made it here yet, have they? The other two
Uh,
that were with me.
the one with the nice wings that I saw at the taxidermy shop hasn't been here, and the guy that looks like the guy from the cartoon with the bear that talks to the boo boo, he's not here either.
Yes, wings. That's what's nice about her. Wings.
Somewhere Sheldon and Courtney have a searing migraine.
Talks to the boo boo. I was cracking during the whole thing, but that one, oh god.
I'm
Okay.
gonna turn you into a canoe.
Do you want to try the ritual one more time, Abor?
I am going to sacrifice all of the ashes into this volcano, making sure none of them survive in any capacity,
Oh god.
and summon the spirits once more.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
So I think Apor is taking on the role of the wild card.
Go ahead.
16, we
tropes.
did it. We did it. We summoned his spirit.
You summoned
I
a
don't-
spirit.
Oh, that's true. I summoned a spirit. Oh,
So I'm typing something to you now, Spoons.
Oh Jesus. Is it Jesus?
oh, here we go.
Coming up on a 6-minute warning.
Well, I am both simultaneously sorry and not sorry that this has happened. I see.
Are we good?
Well, I'm okay with this.
Oh, not knowing makes it better. Oh.
So as we go to our next break, what happens is a spirit forms in front of Abor, but from cinematically, it's shot from behind and completely blocked out by Abor. And we just hear Abor go,
Excellent.
"It worked," and fade to break.
Fade to break. Nice.
All right, everybody, this will probably be our last break for the evening, so make sure that you grab your snacks and whatever you need, and we will be right back. And we are back again. Hopefully cams will kick in. Yes, there we are. We are back. Back in the New York groove. And when we last left off, we were greeted with the summoning of something.
So I was thinking that knowing that there's a strike team going to Acapulco, we've got to go there too.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to let this happen to anybody else. But before with Gabriel, I would let's tell him like the specifics of it. We like this is like the handshake. So like if it's binding, um, it's the emotion is like they all have to pay, but there's a level of it's got to be the right way. But like Courtney's not really thinking that clearly. So yeah, her instructions were they've all got to pay the entirety of this pantheon cabal.
Everybody.
The only ones I would exclude are literally Athena and Loki because they're not part of it as far as I'm concerned, so they would not be included in that. Loki was betrayed. I want to know. I would tell him. Yeah, I would tell him flat out in this. Loki was betrayed. I need to know by who. Can you find that out?
I can try to find that out. I should be able to. Let me ask around my contacts. Some of my friends still work on their side.
Well, this changes things.
Yeah, when I say all of them, I mean the ones that are involved, like Zeus, Thor, Mercury, presumably. I presume they're all part of this.
I'll make
They're
sure
the
everyone
ones.
that you want gone is gone. And I'll make sure that you get the killing blow on Zeus.
I don't even need the killing blow. I just need him to know that it's me. But we'll come to that when we get there.
Do you need help in Acapulco?
I have no idea. They're your SWAT teams, aren't they? What's the deal with the fake costumes?
Well, we don't want to arouse suspicion of the general public. We need them to continue to praise us, and if they see us killing them, they'll stop. You might know something about that, terrorists.
I'll just kind of meet his eyes again. You know what this is.
It's a game.
You spun that lie yourself, didn't you?
Noticed yourself losing a few followers.
Yeah.
Courtney, you should know by now. In this war, PR is a weapon.
We'll take care of Acapulco. Get started to find out who betrayed Percy and Loki, please.
I'm on it.
And that's more of an ask than an order or like a deal, but it's however he'd take that.
And he heads out with another bolt of lightning, leaving you again with Sheldon
Okay.
and Athena by yourselves.
I'll turn to Shelton and like still just like the tear streaked face. We have to go to Acapulco. This is not happening again.
Agreed.
And just make the portal with one hand and summon the sword over to me in the other.
Go ahead and make
I
your
will
rolls.
company.
Oh boy. portal. 16 plus 6, we're 20 something.
You definitely make a portal there.
I definitely made a portal.
Yeah,
And a
honestly, I might just go through like on my own, like just go through, not even waiting for.
Do you
Shelton.
want to roll
I don't
for
know.
your gather your weapon?
Oh yeah, I guess I should, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would grab that before I go through. Let's be honest here. 7 plus 3, 10.
It just manages to fly into your hand. It's a little bit like you're still shaky, so it almost flies out of your hand as you grab it, but you grab hold of it.
I give Athena a look, and I say the same thing. Like, this will not happen again. I can't let it.
She gives you a nod and disappears. Presumably back to Thaddeus's godly realm.
Yep.
Say, Mr. Jim Bob, I need a
Yes.
favor.
What kind of favor you needin'? I'd do anything for you. You turn me on to the airplane victuals.
I would particularly like it if you would put on some jazzy tunes and dance.
And he begins to do a jig, and earthquakes and the volcano gets bigger. Bless you.
No. Oh God, no.
I do appreciate this. And hopefully your dancing will rouse everyone's suspicions and allow me to communicate with our friend here.
You have a private conversation with Loki that we can have off stream later.
What? I thought we were telling them. That's
No,
why I was doing the whole secretive thing.
This time, you hear that you've summoned Loki, but not who you were trying to summon.
Well, now that the cat is out of the bag, as it were,
The reason that they know,
It's because we showed up, right?
they portaled in right at the same time.
oh well, jig's up.
But they don't know where he came from. You just see,
true, they do not.
you just see a ghostly-looking Loki standing in front of a boar.
Like a force spirit kind of thing.
Yep.
Sure. In my mind, it was going to be like just a writhing, contorted spirit ghost of once trickster god, but we
Courtney,
can go
give
with
me
that.
a
That was
roll.
cool. I like force ghosts.
I like that too. That's good too. Okay. 4.
You don't see anything.
So I see a boar.
You see a boar and
No
Loki.
Loki.
You see the Loki, but you don't see anything special
Okay.
about it.
All right.
That's an 11.
You wouldn't have the ability to see it.
Oh.
Oh, it's the sight thing you gave me for the Athena ability. That's right. I will walk up. So I did see Loki briefly, right? Didn't I?
Yeah, you saw Loki in the bowling alley.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush over to him.
And you also would have seen Loki again when he picked up Percy.
That's right. I'm gonna rush over to him. Like, all matter of importance is gone. This is the more important thing now.
Okay.
What happened?
We were betrayed.
He's dead. What happened?
I had a plan. I was going to go and get myself captured. But we got separated. I don't know where he ended up.
We know where he ended up.
You were going to get yourself captured? Why?
To give
What was
him
your
time to
plan?
escape. To give him time to get to our meeting point.
That was... Escape what?
We were going to be attacked. Zeus wanted Gabriel's sword, but he already had Gabriel's sword. He asked me to come speak to him about it. I told him I'd send...
I fall back on trying to use command and then realize I don't have that because he's being fucking Loki and not saying it clearly, I feel. And I'll realize that doesn't, like, nothing happens, but I still say very commanding, like, it doesn't do anything. But just like, stop talking in circles. He had the sword, he wants the sword. We have the sword. I got a vision from Percy saying he was captured and they wanted to trade it for the sword. Where does you escaping and getting captured fit with all that?
And before he can answer you, he dissipates into the air.
Damn it! I turned to a boar. What the hell was this?
What the hell was what?
Loki!
What about him?
What was he doing here?
I presume being dead. I don't mean to be curt, but I suppose I have fewer answers than you do.
Bring him back.
Okay.
No, but that is very irrationally asked, just to be clear. Like, she doesn't know or expect that you can. It's a crazy, desperate person asking an answer, like, that can't be answered. But if you're going to try something, I want to see what happens.
Well, I've done it once before. I have a resonance with this particular soul. We're gonna try it one more time and see if we can't extend our call. And 11.
Somebody appears before you, but it's not Loki.
Oh, good.
This
Rich.
time, it's Percy.
You are not who we were seeking, but it is good that we have found you.
Do you want me to go? Did I do right? Did you get my letter? Did I do okay, Courtney?
I rushed over to hug him and presumably go right through.
Yep.
I'll try to get up and straighten myself out. You did good, Percy. And it turns into a bawling saying, "I'm so sorry." And it's just crying.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Save me, Courtney. And with that, he fades.
I'll fall to my knees and yeah, no, that was horrific to relive, even though it was very, very similar, player-wise, thinking that. No, I'm on my knees, and Courtney's kind of a write-off for the moment. That, yeah.
Fair.
And just like literally like punching the ground. Like, this is, now it's gone from just bad to twisted.
The
You know what
voice.
punching the ground reminds me of? Our good friend Jim Bob.
Who is still dancing and having a good time with his Trimmer's diabetes.
Phenomenal. Excellent. I wanted to check in on our good friend.
He's sitting there going, I ain't first class, but I ain't white trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me. Yeah, but some girls do.
Delightful. What an amusing chap we have found.
Courtney is going to turn to a boar, bawling.
Yeah.
Can bring him back.
No.
What?
No.
Bring him back.
No. You heard his words.
Why?
He might not be lost to us. If we are to save him somehow, you need to recover and calm down.
On a tremoring volcano. Calm down. Just chillax.
just chill. It's just a volcano. Could kill everybody, but you're fine. I'm sure. And then
Well,
Jim Bob says, are those friends of yours? As
Stop. We lost somebody.
whoa. Who did we lose?
Yep, we lost.
I will go.
Mr. Scott.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll see if I can get him back.
That was weird.
Everybody back? Where did you die at?
Yeah, he was saying no, and I said why, and then there was silence, and I was like, "You fucker."
Okay,
I somehow like that more.
But then I realized everything was frozen. I went, "Uh-oh," and like my internet was frozen. Like, no, not now. But yeah, sorry.
Okay. From the top.
Why?
you need to calm down. If I continue to draw upon the tether that he has to my realm, he might become a permanent member of my rank and file. You heard his words. We might be able to save him. Somehow.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what to do.
And with that being said, Jim Bob looks at you and goes, are those friends of yours? Camera pans across as fleets of military boats are coming towards the island, and we fade to black.
Jim Bob, no! Jim Bob, you were supposed to be our savior and make the volcano explode. No!
I was gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Is he dancing? But I didn't go for that.
No, Jim Bob, you were supposed to blow up the volcano.
Oh,
you are our only hope.
He still
And
can. He still can.
All right,
Oh
well,
my
that was a
God.
very emotional, powerful episode of Flipside. We are going to go record a really, really emotional after show, I'm guessing. Definitely not one that you want to miss. But before we go, let's start off with Mr. Death. Who are you? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Sunshine and rainbows here. name's Fights with Spoons. You can find me on Discord, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, on every one of these sites under the same name, Mr. Fights with Spoons.
And Sheldon, who are you? What are you doing? Where can we find you?
My name is Keith. Don't have much of an online presence, but tune in next week.
And last but not least, Courtney.
Courtney's broken, but is played by Scott. No, I do video reviews and editing and podcast stuff all through Guilty Pleasure Cinema on Facebook .com as well. But Cyclops Scott is my Twitter, my Twitch. On Jabba Radio on that podcast. Got a Prediction League show as well. Lots of stuff on that.
And I'm KamiCat86. Please consider possibly, if you've enjoyed tonight, supporting us on Patreon. And also come join the Discord. It's free. And we have a lot of really good chats in there. So please click the link and join us. We're going to go record our after show now. Talk at you later.